After all the peril, the situation was resolved with surprising speed. The railway military police fulfilled their duties under the command of Prince Olivert.
I want to know who the sniper was.
The remaining archaisms were disposed of, and the miners were rescued without significant injury. But the implications of what had just happened were profound, and the news was likely already beginning to spread. It was obvious that the provincial army had given their tacit approval to the terrorists' actions, and the terrorists had destroyed all evidence that the noble faction had been dumping iron onto the black market. But even lacking concrete evidence, their guilt seemed clear. And Prince Olivert declared he'd be conducting a thorough investigation with the full support of Chairman Irina.
Afterwards. It's honestly gonna be kind of lame if they all died like that. Oh, hey, Sharon. I thought you were the sniper.
This must be it.
Oh, I guess not.
No maker's trademark. No proprietary parts I could use to identify it. Not that I expected to find any. From all appearances, it seems to be a long-range anti-material sniper rifle.
I see. At least it wasn't a Rhineford model.
That's correct. I suspect this is yet another of that workshop's products. Their handicrafts do seem to be in vogue these days, especially with the Red Constellation.
Indeed, but this is no laughing matter. And while I have you here, Miss Kruger, I've been hoping for the opportunity to have a little chat with you for quite some time now. Exactly how much involvement does your employer have in all of this?
Might I ask to which of them you're referring?
Oh?
Let's go with both of them. My apologies. It seems we didn't clear this area as thoroughly as I thought.
She really said swoosh.
You have such splendid form, Lady Claire. It's an honor to see the famous Icy Maiden in action.
You're quite the sight yourself.
What were the weapons that Sharon used, though?
I see now why they call you the Severing Chains.
Ah, that makes sense.
It was nothing. But to answer your earlier question, Chairman Irina has no involvement whatsoever.
You want Sharon on your team? Me too. You get free food with a really powerful ally.
That said, I'm certain she'll leverage the current goings-on to her advantage as much as she's able.
I'd expect no less.
As for the other, I expect they're simply playing around. At least for now.
Are you with Ouroboros? I feel like that's what they're trying to lead me to believe. Oh dang, chapter 6 end.
Ooh, you're moving up in the world.
I am.
I've got a little reward here for you.
Oh, we got Emblem. That's the Master Quartz that Angelica was using.
Keep up the good work. Perfect! You guys are the best!
Ooh, thank you. Reen and Elisa reached link level 5. Progressive chaos. I guess I'd never actually beat this chapter before. No, I guess I haven't. We are officially past wherever I played to forever ago. I will save my game. I don't want to go through that again. Ever. Thank you. Hard pass on that. Continue. We've got 15 minutes. Hopefully these cutscenes don't take more than that.
It was hard to tell how much the Empire's situation was shifting, but one thing was certain. Changes were happening. With the death of their ringleaders, the Imperial Liberation Front's campaign of terror was finally over. And in recognition of our actions in Ruhr and at Corellia Fortress, all of us in Class 7 were invited to Valflame Palace. There, we were granted the honor of an audience with His Majesty the Emperor, Eugene III. Along with Empress Priscilla, the mother of Princess Alphen and Crown Prince Cedric. But no sooner had we been thanked than we came face to face with the leaders of the factions that divided the nation. The heads of the 4 great houses who rule their vast provinces with absolute authority. And the Chancellor and his close ally, Governor Regnitz, who brought reforms to Heimdall and expanded the railways. Both sides were quick to offer us words of praise, but just as quickly turned to criticize each other's role in the crisis. Eventually, His Majesty was forced to step in and rebuke both sides, clearly disgusted by their behavior. As it stood, the terrorists' defeat made it difficult for their supposed supporters in the noble faction to act openly, while Crossbell's push for independence was causing enough of a stir over there to keep the reformists busy.
Oh yeah, what is going on in Crossbell
With both
right now?
sides tied up, it looked like the Empire was in for a long overdue respite from its perpetual conflict.
I guess there's no magical tree yet.
We'd finally gotten all the details for our concert performance worked out. And Elliot announced that we'd be doing 2 songs, a duet between Machias and Eustace, and a solo by Emma.
That change of topic almost gives me whiplash. You just really switched it up there.
To no one's surprise, all 3 of them were quick to raise objections. But after Crow and Elliot explained their choices and how their master plan would win over the audience,
Wait, Eustace is singing?
the rest of the class was totally on board, leaving our new vocalists to resign themselves to the inevitable. Unfortunately, with the good times came some sad news as well. It turned out that Marquis Ragnar was furious at Angelica for her part in what we did at the mine, and as a result, she was forced to leave the academy. Contrary to the official statement, her withdrawal was to be permanent. Before she left, she asked me if I'd look after the orbital bike for her. At first, I didn't want to. It felt like I'd be accepting that she'd be gone. But after thinking it over, I finally agreed. With so much going on, we decided to take Prince Olivert up on his proposal of a brief vacation north in Ymir. It proved to be quite an eventful trip, and it really drove home just how much we'd come to mean to each other. I'd tell you all about it, but we'd be here for hours. Maybe another time. Anyway,
We're just skipping over so many important things right now. Magic Tree is Trails of Cold Steel 2. I see.
Could I have your attention, please? It's another great day. Perfect weather to start bringing all your great festival ideas to life. Some of you have been preparing since last month, and some even longer. I know you're all itching to get started. So without further ado, I hereby declare the first day of festival preparation begun. Time to start setting up? We have today and tomorrow, but try not to leave any work until tomorrow night unless you really have to. All right, everyone,
Let's do this, and stay safe out there.
Feels good to be back. I was really worried they were about to skip over the festival there. I really hope we're gonna get to see Eustace sing, though. I want to thank you all. Thank you for all the effort you've put in over these last 2 weeks, everyone. Well, at least things are really coming together now. It's been an exhausting 2 weeks, though. You said it. I don't think I realized how much work this would involve. Elliot's a merciless taskmaster when it comes to music. It's like he unleashes the beast within. Sorry, I just really want this performance to be the best it can be. Don't worry about it. Given the short time we've had to prepare, I shudder to think what our band would sound like without your guidance. Yeah, I'm sure it'll sound great. Well, the songs are coming together quite nicely, I admit. We aren't seriously going to do that, are we? It's Eustace and Machias singing together. This is the whole class's revenge for having to deal with them this whole time. Come on, give it up already. And this song is really sounding great. Agreed. I'm sure you'll be quite the sight on stage once you're in your outfit. The boys will be under your spell. You guys, that's not the kind of pressure I need right now. I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised at Machias and Eustace. Who knew they'd work so perfectly together? And to think, at the outset, I doubted they had it in them to actually cooperate. Yup. And now look at them, crooning together in perfect harmony. But that's the worst part. Speak for yourself. I've never felt so humiliated in my life. Sounds like you're all having such a gosh darn good time. I almost hate to interrupt. Hey, Sarah. I've missed you. I had a terrible time and you were not there to help me. Quite rude of you, if I must say. Just wanted to let you know that the principal's given you permission to use the old schoolhouse. You're all free to use it for rehearsal or whatever you need all the way through the end of tomorrow. Really? Ah, that's a weight off our shoulders. There's only so much of our performance we can practice in the music room's limited space. Yeah, and Class 1's been hogging the auditorium all to themselves. Well, considering they're performing an operetta, I'm not sure where else they could practice. The first floor of the old schoolhouse should be a fine makeshift auditorium, as far as our practices needs go. It's even got that stage area. What more could you ask for? Sounds like a great solution to me. Though every time I step through those doors, I'm always reminded of our first day of school. The first day of many deceptions by a certain instructor. I'm afraid the statute of limitations has expired on that one. You know, a little bird told me 2 people who might be in this room right now had a rather intimate experience that day. Oh God, please no. Ooh, tell me. Well, it's nothing worth mentioning. How did he find out about that anyway? He probably put cameras up in there. He probably recorded the whole thing. Well, shall we go our separate ways for today then? Yeah, our costumes should be coming in this evening. So I think we're fine spending today helping with the setup and decorations. Might as well pitch in while we can. I'm guessing tomorrow's schedule just has rehearsal written in every blank. True. It only seems right to spend today helping out our club members. Guess we oughta. Were you planning on helping Toa with any last-minute student council stuff, Reed? Yeah, the student council's been totally swamped these last few days, so I figured I'd lend them a hand. I was thinking of looking in on the old schoolhouse while I was out and making the rounds too. That'd be helpful. Even though we'll just be using the first floor, we should make sure nothing has shifted around in there. If you're gonna make a sweep of the place, just ring me on my Arcus. I'd be happy to tag along. Really? Even after that reminder of that terrible moment from the beginning of the game, you're still willing to tag along with Reen? Good for you. Okay, thanks. Sounds like you've got a lot on your plates. All I can say is good luck. I'll probably be patrolling the campus, so just let me know if anything happens. I'll give you guys a call when the costumes come in. I really want us to at least try those on today, just to make sure they all fit. If you wouldn't mind taking care of this stuff for me, I'd really appreciate it. No problem. Glad to help out. Student Council Tasks October. Mail mix-up. Our class received a package that clearly wasn't meant for us. We want to get it to whichever class ordered it, but we're too swamped with our preparations to ask around. Could someone please deliver this for us? We'll be outside Class 2's second-year classroom, preparing for the festival. Please come see us if you can help. Bridget. Got it? We read the comments from Radio Trista. We're doing a special feature here at Radio Trista on the Academy Festival, but we're running a little short on comments. Anyone want to collect the ones we need for me? For more specifics, come see me in the Radio Trista building. Michael, director at Radio Trista. Slipped their minds from Instructor Beatrix, she's the nurse, I believe. A number of students have yet to collect their permission slips to serve food and drinks at the festival. Given that it's imperative that everyone doing so has a slip, I need them delivered today. For more details, speak to me in the infirmary. Yes, she is in fact the nurse. All right. I figured they'd probably all be related to the festival in some way. The shops in Trista do seem pretty keen on helping out, though. That's nice of them. Yeah, they do every year. The radio station is even doing a little something for us, too. All right. I'll see what I can do to keep the ball rolling in town, then. Great. That'd be a big help. Oh, but remember not to neglect your concert practice, okay? Crow's been telling me about it. It sounds like you guys are really pulling out all the stops. That's the idea, yeah. But we haven't started group rehearsals yet. Most of us have family coming in to watch, though, so for better or worse, we're going to give it all we've got. By the way, do you think Angelica will be able to make it? Well, sorry, I guess it's not looking too hopeful, huh? I just don't know. I've tried calling the Marquise's household, but they won't even let me talk to her. But still, this is Angie. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Don't worry, Angie would never break a promise. Besides, you guys are all here. Crow's here, George is here. I'm sure she'll be here too. That's why we need to make this festival a big success. I want Angie to forget the bad times for a little while and have fun. And I know your concert will be a part of that too. When you put it like that, I want to do whatever I can to make it a good time for her. Besides, as your follow-up act, we'd look bad if they weren't cheering just as loud for us. I mean, but it's Toa. I don't think we're going to beat Toa. Hello? I can't wait to see what you guys have in store. Toa. Sorry to butt in, but it looks like some of the materials we ordered are going to get here late. If we don't do something, it's going to throw a hitch into our preparations. Okay, I'll take another look at the schedule and see if we can rearrange things a bit. Sorry, Reen, but it looks like duty calls. Good luck preparing for your concert. Thanks. Well, no sense in just standing around here. We've got a lot to do and less time than I'd like to do it. Our outfits are going to show up this evening too. I'll have to try and get as much as I can finished up before then. Okay, let's get going. Somehow, all the cutscenes ended in the literal perfect amount of time. Love when that happens. That is going to be it for the day. I'm very interested to see what's gonna happen with Angelica from here. She should go be like the princess's bodyguard or something. I think they would get along famously.